let's talk about the single biggest question in cruising. What am I actually paying for? In this 2026 guide, we're going to break down exactly what's included in that cruise fare, and, maybe more importantly, what's not. So you find the perfect itinerary, you see a price that looks amazing, but that little voice in your head is already starting to worry about the final bill, right? We all know that feeling. That moment when the final statement shows up under your cabin door on the last night. It can be a real source of vacation anxiety. Well, you are definitely not alone in feeling that way. But here's the good news. Cruise spending is something you can and absolutely should control. And in this explainer, we're going to give you the exact tools to do just that. All right, first up, let's tackle the whole all-inclusive question. This is probably the biggest myth in cruising, and it's the one that trips up most first-timers. The answer? Well, it's a little more complicated than a simple yes or no. So the short answer is no. Most mainstream cruises are not truly all-inclusive. But hold on, that is not the whole story. Your base fare covers an incredible amount of value, a ton of stuff. And the rest? Well, that's where you get to decide what's worth it for your vacation. So here's how you should think about your cruise fare. It's like a floating resort. It bundles all the core parts of a vacation, your hotel room, your transportation between amazing places, a huge variety of food, and a packed schedule of entertainment all into one single price. You just unpack once. It's a pretty sweet deal. Let's make this crystal clear. We're going to do a direct comparison. What's included versus what costs extra. Okay, what's really amazing here is just how much value is packed into that initial price. You get your cabin, of course, but you also get these amazing multi-course meals in the main dining room, endless options at the buffet, basic drinks like coffee and iced tea, Broadway-style shows, live bands all over the ship, access to pools and state-of-the-art gyms, and even supervised kids clubs on a lot of lines. You could honestly have a fantastic vacation without spending another dime on these things. Okay, now for the other side of the coin. Understanding these potential extras is really the key to avoiding any bill shock at the end of your trip. Here is the list every single cruiser should know about. Automatic gratuities or tips for the crew are pretty much standard. Alcoholic drinks, fancy coffees, and sodas almost always cost extra. Those amazing steakhouses or sushi spots, that's specialty dining. Then you've got your Wi-Fi, organized tours in port, massages at the spa, gambling at the casino, and of course, those professional photos they're always taking. And this is exactly why planning ahead is so important. As travel advisor Randy Marsden says, these things are designed to make your trip better, but they add up fast. Factoring them into your budget right from the start is the smartest way to cruise. So, now that you know all this, how do we build a practical plan? Let's get into a simple but really effective budgeting strategy that puts you back in control. Here it is. This is your secret weapon. Think of your total cruise cost in 3 simple parts. First, the base fare. That's a given. Second, your must-haves, the stuff you know you're going to want, like daily gratuities or a Wi-Fi package. And third, your nice-to-haves, like a fancy dinner or a spa treatment. This approach puts you in the driver's seat. So let's see what this looks like in the real world. A low-spend cruiser, they might stick almost entirely to what's already included. An average cruiser might add in their prepaid tips and maybe a couple of shore excursions. And the splurge traveler? Oh yeah, they're getting the drink package, hitting up the specialty restaurants, and booking that helicopter tour. You see how you can totally customize the experience to fit your budget? And remember, these are just frameworks. They're just examples. The most important thing to take away here is that you are in complete control. You can mix and match. Maybe you splurge on one incredible excursion, but stick to the free dining the rest of the time. It's your vacation, your money, your call. All right, you get the costs, you have a budget formula. Now, let's get into some pro-level tips to make that budget stretch even further. This is your onboard savings plan. Here are 4 steps you can take right now. 1. Do the drink math. Be honest with yourself. If a package is $70 a day and cocktails are $14, you have to drink 5 cocktails every single day just to break even. Are you going to do that? 2. Look at independent shore excursions. You can save up to 40% sometimes. Just check reputable sites and always confirm they have a back-to-ship guarantee. 3. Have a Wi-Fi plan. Buying a package before you sail is almost always cheaper. And 4. The easiest win of all. Pack your own sunscreen and meds. Buying them on the ship is ridiculously expensive. And here are a few more quick hits for you. Prepaying your gratuities just feels less painful than getting a big lump sum at the end. Also, don't forget the main dining room food is often fantastic, so you don't need specialty dining. And here's a great pro trick. Spas and gyms often run deep discounts on days when the ship is in port because, well, fewer people are on board to use them. So the bottom line is this. A cruise fare is one of the best values in travel, period. It bundles so much into one price. And for everything else, a little bit of knowledge and planning gives you complete control over that final bill. Which brings us to the final question. With this roadmap in hand, now you get to decide. Are you going to be the savvy budgeter who masters all the freebies? The balanced traveler who picks a few key splurges? Or are you going to go all out for that luxury experience? The choice is completely yours.
Ready for a travel experience that's truly elevated? Reach out to Siobhan at wanderkeep.com or just scan the QR code and let's start planning your next unforgettable journey because your journey deserves to be elevated.